Hello, welcome to CFA Level II. This is Nick at Quartic with 10 topics in 10 weeks. We're going to look this week at quantitative methods. This is a topic many people find this very challenging at Level 1. Level 2, we go a lot further, in particular in regression analysis. And it's an area that people find very tricky, but by the time you reach the exam, most candidates will say that quants is a good area for picking up easy marks. So the majority of Level 2 quants focuses on linear regression and multiple linear regression. We're looking at relationships between two variables. Some of the acronyms that you come across, some of the calculations look a bit complex, but in practice, once you've done them a few times, they are actually not that bad at all. And you realize that questions often follow a very standard approach. Once you understand what regression output looks like, and you realize that we're not being statisticians, we're being statistical analysts. Someone else is doing the work. The examiner's done the work and is presenting us with the results of the regression. We are looking for patterns. We're looking to understand what is important, what isn't important. When we move into the third reading, which is time series analysis, again, it looks fairly complex, but once you've understood the patterns that we're trying to determine, how do variables move over time? How do they depend on each other? How do they depend on themselves? Then we realize that questions, in fact, tend to be reasonably straightforward once we've practiced. We then move into machine learning and big data projects. These are relatively new in finance, but they are becoming more and more important. Machine learning, we learn all about different supervised methods and unsupervised machine learning methods. And although we're not going to be doing the calculations, you get to see a little bit about what these methods are up to. In terms of questions on here, they're going to be mostly definitions. There are a couple of calculations, but not really very much. And so most of this is going to be fairly straightforward. Likewise, with big data projects, we are understanding how we take either structured data or unstructured data and how we prepare it, what the wrangling process is all about, the exploration, and then model training. We look at all sorts of methods of processing and analyzing data. There are also a couple of examples. You may remember type 1 and type 2 tests from level 1 hypothesis testing. So they will appear again when we're looking at the accuracy of models. And then to conclude, a short and sweet reading on probabilistic approaches by Aswath Damodaran. It's fairly short and sweet, not really too much to say on that. If you get examined on that, a lot of it's common sense, but do please take time reading it.